born without applause. No one clapped when he was born. Not because he wasn't loved, but because life, in that moment, had no extra hands for applause. His family lived in a narrow house, where the walls had learned to listen more than speak. Dreams were whispered there. Hunger was not. From a young age, he understood one thing clearly. Nothing was going to be handed to him. School was not inspiring. Teachers were tired. Classrooms were crowded. Students memorized lessons not to learn, but to survive exams. While other children talked about becoming pilots, doctors, or engineers, he talked about finishing the month without asking his father for money. At night, when the world slept, he stared at the ceiling and asked himself questions. Children should never have to ask, why is life harder for some people? Is this all there is? He didn't know it then, but those questions were the first sparks of his future. The weight of being average. He wasn't the smartest student. He wasn't the strongest. He wasn't the most confident. He was average, and average is dangerous. Because average doesn't scream for help. Average blends in. Average gets ignored. Teachers forgot his name. Friends forgot his potential. Society forgot his existence. But deep inside him, something burned quietly. A refusal. A resistance. A voice that said, there has to be more than this. Still, he failed, again and again. Exams humiliated him. Rejections crushed him. Comparison tortured him. He watched others move forward while he stayed stuck. And slowly, silently, self-doubt began poisoning his thoughts. Maybe I'm not meant for success. Maybe I should accept my limits. That's how dreams die. Not loudly, but politely. Poverty teaches harsh lessons. Poverty is not just lack of money. It is counting coins before buying food. Avoiding mirrors because you don't like who you've become. Saying I'm fine while everything inside is breaking. He worked small jobs, long hours, little pay, no respect. People looked at him like he was invisible. Some spoke to him with kindness, others with pity, both hurt. At night, his body ached, but his mind screamed louder. Is hard work really enough? Because he was working hard, yet moving nowhere. That confusion nearly broke him. The lowest point. Every success story has a moment where the hero almost quits. This was his. One night, after another failure, he sat alone. No money, no direction, no encouragement. His phone had more motivational quotes than real opportunities. He thought, what if I stop trying? What if I accept this life? Tears came, not dramatic ones, but quiet tears of exhaustion. Then something strange happened. Instead of begging life to change, he asked himself one brutal question. If nothing changes, whose fault will it be? And for the first time, he didn't blame society. He didn't blame poverty. He didn't blame luck. He blamed himself. Not with hate, but with responsibility. That night, something inside him shifted. The decision that changed everything. Success doesn't start with motivation. It starts with decision. He decided to stop waiting for permission, to stop chasing comfort, to stop blaming circumstances. He realized a painful truth. No one is coming to save me, so he became his own rescue. He started small, painfully small, waking up early, reading instead of scrolling, learning skills instead of complaining. Progress was slow, embarrassingly slow, but for the first time, he was moving forward. Discipline over motivation. Motivation betrayed him often. Some days he felt powerful, other days he felt empty. But discipline stayed. He worked when he was tired. He learned when he was bored. He showed up when no one was watching. People laughed. Why are you trying so hard? Who do you think you are? He smiled politely. Because he had discovered a secret. Success is built in silence, learning to fail properly. He failed again and again, but now failure felt different. It no longer said, you are useless. It said, try again, but smarter. He learned from mistakes. He adjusted strategies. He refined skills. Slowly, confidence replaced fear. Not loud confidence, but grounded confidence. The kind that doesn't need validation. The first small win. One day something worked. Not perfectly. Not magically, but enough. A small opportunity, a small income, a small recognition. Others didn't notice, but he did. That win whispered, you're capable. And that was all he needed. Growth is lonely. As he grew, some people disappeared. Friends who mocked ambition, relatives who doubted change, comfort zones that felt safe but poisonous. Loneliness returned, but this time it was purposeful. He chose isolation over distraction. And in that isolation, he built focus, becoming unrecognizable. Years passed. He was no longer the same person. His mindset sharpened. His habits strengthened. His standards rose. People noticed. Some were inspired. Some were jealous. Some pretended they believed in him from the start. He didn't argue. Because success doesn't need explanation. The moment of arrival. Success didn't arrive as fireworks. It arrived as peace. Bills paid without fear. Choices made without desperation. Confidence earned through struggle. He stood where he once dreamed of standing and smiled. Not because life was perfect, but because he had conquered himself. The truth about success. Looking back, he realized, success is not luck. Success is not talent. Success is not privilege. Success is endurance. It is staying when quitting feels logical. It is believing when doubt screams louder. It is discipline when motivation dies. Final chapter, your turn. If you're reading this and feeling lost, good. Because lost people search, and searchers find paths. You don't need confidence. You don't need resources. You don't need approval. You need one thing: the courage to not give up on yourself. Start small. Stay consistent. Trust the process. One day someone will read your story and think, if they did it, maybe I can too, and they'll be right. Because success is not for the chosen few. It's for the ones who refuse to quit.